Maybe I would say Sriram Arumelli is an immigrant who came as a student and working really hard to balance the life between what he as a person can do to the immigrant people and also how to lead a personal life being in the US. I go to work around 8:30 in the morning, and I come back from work between 4:30 to 5, and I work as a business analyst in a company based out of California. Building your own name that will help you get a job or build your network and connect you with more people.
Your mindset shift once you started working full time, did you feel more focused or more curious about the things that were gonna happen next? How has building your personal brand actually help you in your career? Not just in terms of followers or reach, but in real relationships, projects, or growth movement that change the way you work.
So I would say yes, it is very, very important in the current world to build yourself a personal brand. I worked on an interesting data analysis project at my work that helped me learn XYZ skills. If you're looking to learn the same skills, please reach out to me.
The one small habit that changed your career?
One small habit that changed my career. Maybe I started listening to what people are saying than just rushing to conclusion and answering them in a hurry.
Yeah, that was a great rapid fire actually. You always been naturally good at expressing your thoughts, or was that something you had to learn or polish over time?
No. I haven't done any polish or anything. So my content or whatever I talk is just on the go. Put yourself out there in the world. We need our personal branding. People should know us by our name in any other platform that is there apart from your work.
Welcome to the podcast, Sriram Arumelli. So before we get into the podcast, I want people to actually know who is sitting across from me today. Because when people scroll through Shriram's LinkedIn and Instagram, they see a lot of perspective, a lot of knowledge, a lot of balance as well. But there's a real story behind that. So Shriram, for the few people who might not know you yet, who is Sriram Arumelli beyond the post and the profile headline?
Okay. So, firstly, thank you so much, Chandu, for having me on your podcast right now. And maybe I would say Sriram Arumelli is an immigrant who came as a student and working really hard to balance the life between what he as a person can do to the immigrant people and also how to lead a personal life being in the US. And it is more like coming from my own experience of how I dealt with things when I came as a student to the US and how I'm navigating my journey so far in the 3 years that I've been in the US for now. So, my only thing is to share what I know to the larger audience, so which might help them in any way, any possible way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just a follow-up question for that. Let's start simple. What do do right now, and what does a regular week in your life look like? Because
Okay.
managing content with the full-time job is very difficult. So I understand that.
Yeah. So definitely, I go to work around 8:30 in the morning, and I come back from work between 4:30 to 5. And I work as a business analyst in a company based out of California. And I have to go to office for 3 days, and I have an option to work remote for 2 days. While I prefer to go to office all 5 days. And once I'm back from work, I do look after the content that I want to make between like 1.5 hour time frame that I have. And once if I'm exhausted in office, then while I have intention to make content, I will not be able to do it because I don't have that energy to make.
Yeah.
But I really feel so bad if I'm not able to post anything on a specific day. Right, I haven't shared with anyone. I'm just telling in the podcast because there are people who wait for my content, and it's like if I'm not posting, it really feel makes me feel bad that I'm not able to post. But that is how life is. Have to balance everything, and after in the evening, I also go to gym for 1 hour just to make sure that I'm having a healthy life. And coming back, the same cooking, eating, and then sleep. It's like a packed day for me,
Yeah.
and I only have very limited time if I think about myself,
Mhm.
but I still wanted to manage all these things because there are people out there who really are in need of some knowledge
Yeah.
that is happening currently in the US.
Yeah. It's a great perspective from you because people want to know a lot of knowledge that they don't know from people sharing outside, and you being a content creator. So was content creation always a part of your plan, or did it start like a small passion project that just kept growing?
Okay. So I wouldn't say that I had a thought every time, but there was something that I wanted to do, and I don't know what it was. And during my college days, when I was pursuing my master's here in the US, unfortunately, one of our friend met with an accident, and we were trying to raise funds for my friend. And we reached out to a lot of influencers who were very well reputed during that time, and to support, asking them to share the GoFundMe link, while we only got very limited response.
Oh,
I was like, people say that they are here to help everyone, and why they're not doing it.
yeah.
Then it was in December 2023. I decided that I have to do something, and let me only do create a page.
Hmm.
So then I created a page in December, but I haven't posted anything because I still didn't have the courage to post.
Mhm.
I started posting from January. That is when my actual job search also began, and there is a lot of work that I've been doing to get a job. So
Mhm.
then I thought, why not I share the information that I have to the fellow people who are in the job search? That might help them as well.
Hmm.
And that is how it started. And it grew very fast in the initial days because of the content that I put about the job search, and also I take a lot of time to respond to messages that I get to my inbox.
Yeah. That's
So
very important. Yeah.
yeah, so that's very important. And I think that is where people saw the connection that, okay, if I go to Sriram, they might get some support. Now, I might take some time, but still I do respond to all the messages that I have in my inbox. But initial days, I used to respond quickly so that because I have less number of followers, the number of messages were low.
Yeah.
But it eventually started growing. And then I started like, okay, if people are happy with what I'm doing, why not I continue? And why can't I put more efforts so that it will help some other one. So that is how it started. But now I'm really, really interested to make more content, and I think I can preferably say that I wanted to make it as one of the stream for me, like on a daily basis. That 9 to 5 is a full time job, and maybe after that few hours is a
Yeah.
part time kind of thing that I wanted to do. Put that
Mhm.
extra effort and create content, Purna.
Yeah. So I love that because it already gives people a glimpse of your mindset, not just your job title. So now that we know the person behind Sriram's Chronicles, let's jump into what happens after graduation. That's first real world phase where life starts to get interesting. The
Right.
real postgrad life. So before we get into content and brand building, let's talk about real life, the postgrad life that no one glamorizes about. You
Mm.
land in the US, you start working, you start figuring things out, your next move. But that's the question in everyone's head. What's next? So when you look back at your first year or two after graduation, what surprised you the most in a good way about real life versus what you expected?
Okay. So, one thing, right? So, when I was in India or before coming for masters, it was like, okay, I'll complete my masters and I'll get a job.
Mhm.
How do I get a job? And after coming here, then I know that actual struggle that we need to go through in order to get a job and have a good life, right? So, the one thing that I did towards my master's program is that I used to talk to a lot of people, and I used to gather a lot of information that is available out there on LinkedIn or social. I mean, not preferably Instagram, but primarily on LinkedIn. And also, I used to depend a lot on Google search. And I used to read a lot of articles regarding the US job market and what you can do to over the to go over the competition and get a job.
Hmm.
I've been doing that, and I also followed very good people on LinkedIn who posts about immigration and who talks about job search. That I started doing as soon as I understood that we need some help to get a job, right? So when I look back in my first year, the good thing I did is that build a name for myself in the college.
Mhm.
That talking to professors, talking to head of the departments, talking, helping different people, or answering different questions, being active in the class, so that if I go for a recommendation letter to any professor, they're happy to give because they knew me as a person, because I was very active in their class. So it's more like, even it's already 2 years since I am passed out of college. If you go and, or if I go and see my professors, they'll
They will
remember
recognize.
me with name.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it is a case with a lot of other people who are in the college, right?
yeah,
They may need to tell that I am in your class this year and all. But
yeah,
for me, at least I feel that that is not the case. They will remember me. It's like building your own name that will help you get a job or build your network and connect you with more people. So that is what I've been doing. And I also want to tell to everyone that you have to start from day one, that what kind of job you wanted to do, and
yeah.
start applying or start doing the research. So
Mhm.
that's what I have done as well. I figured out early in my master's program that what kind of job I wanted to do, and focused applying only specific to those kind of roles.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you have
So,
to be very clear.
yeah, I had a follow-up question for that. So, your mindset shift once you started working full time, did you feel more focused or more curious about the things that were gonna happen next?
So it is a tough question. So because I do have good work experience in India, so it was not like a completely different thing for me. I was as a person who is doing their first job in US after their masters. Uh, I mean, of course, we have to focus in our job. There is a lot of tie up with our immigration status. If we lose a job because you're not working well, it impacts in several other ways as well.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously focused, but if you ask me that, is it like there is a difference that you saw? But for me, since I have both experience and I also worked for good companies back in India, and it's almost the same and same kind of culture I see here, so it's pretty good for me, at least for now.
Okay. Sounds good because you have more than 8 years now
Yeah, yeah,
experience.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but
It's a great.
I want to tell one thing for the people who are looking for their first job or second job in the US, right? There will be kind of a shift that they need to go through, because they may only have like 1 year experience in India. They might have worked for a good company or a small company. It's different, right? Adapting the culture that they have in the US might take some time, because in India, people tend to explain in detail if you have it out.
Yeah.
In US, they'll only just tell you in one line that you need to decode and understand by yourself. That is what the expectation of here is that. So they need to understand that, and they need to go through all these phases in order to get stabilized in the company. So that's what they have to understand. Yeah, it's not an easy path for someone who just started their job.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned about the young professionals who are looking for a job, I had a question for them as well. So, do you think young professionals should slow down and enjoy the phase instead of rushing into the next milestone every now and then?
So this is a very subjective one, Chandu, right? So because if you look after a person who wanted to build a startup, right? So they always have to be on the go till the time they build the startup.
Yes.
But if you are talking about someone who is very comfortable in a job, I think they can enjoy without chasing the milestones, at least for some point of time. Not as in like as soon as they get a job, it's not like a honeymoon period that they can enjoy and do that, but they need to work, but not to push themselves every now and then that I have to do this and all, but enjoy the process of doing the job, and also on the weekends go out, talk to friends, hang out. So that will make a balanced lifestyle for you. But if you're a founder or having some different aspirations, then you go to networking events, talk to people. Your shift is different, but enjoy the process what you're trying to do. So if you take me, I enjoy creating content.
Yeah.
If I don't, I only create content when I feel that I'm happy from inside. If I
Yeah.
have that sad feeling or so, I'll not be able to do it, because I'll not be able to give the best out of me. So that's the same thing, right? So they have to enjoy the process.
Yeah. It makes sense a lot. Now I can relate to it because I am personally doing my content as well. So I
Yeah.
totally relate with it. So it's very refreshing to hear someone talk about postgrad life as an upgrade, not a struggle. And I think that's a perfect mindset to move into our next topic, curiosity and growth. You know what I really like about your journey is you never try to sound like someone who has all things sorted in their life. You share this place of curiosity, like you are learning out loud. And honestly, that's what makes your content so relatable. And in today's world where everyone's obsessed with having a roadmap, you have built your career on explanation. How
Hmm.
important do you think curiosity is in today's career landscape, especially for someone in tech or data?
Okay. So, firstly, thank you so much that my content is relatable. So, very happy to hear about it. And so, I will answer this question in two parts, right? Curiosity, and second one is relatability, right? That you mentioned. So, being curious in the work that you're doing is always important, because curious in a good way, I mean, right? For example, if you're working on a data project, you should be curious to understand the business logic behind it, why you are building the data project. If someone is telling you that, okay, this is a requirement you're building, so that will not make sense. Be curious to ask right set of questions, so that will help you grow and enhance your skills in the professional life.
Mhm.
Relatability, if you think that you are solving the problem for yourself who is in the same boat, then you can put your 100% effort to solve that particular problem. So you have to be curious. And if you talk about me, I'm curious to know about immigration news, because that is what keeping us on the go every day, now and then, right? So if something comes up, I wanted to read in detail about that, not just
Yes.
highlights. So
Hmm.
I'm curious to know about it because I want to share that information.
Yeah.
If I'm not curious to know about that information, then I'll not be able to share anything.
Yes.
I want to make it relatable because I'm the one who is experiencing it as an immigrant in the US, right? So you always need to be curious in what you're doing, but in a good way, and relate it to yourself. Then you can think about people who are in the same boat, and that will help you grow your career.
Mhm.
But I also want to bring up an important thing that I hear from a lot of people: comparison. So relatability and curiosity is fine, but don't do a comparison with yourself to
Mhm.
someone who is doing really good, or who is not doing good also,
Yeah.
because they might have their career path, or they might have gone through their struggles in a different way than where you are now. You might reach there at some point of time, or so that is how. But do not compare that, okay, my friend got a job, I haven't got a job. what
Mhm.
what did they do differently? You
Mhm.
try to ask them right set of questions, that, hey, can you help me, how did you land a job? Instead of
Yes.
saying that, hey, how did you get a job without the skills? I mean, there is a two-way difference,
Good
right?
way of asking. Yeah.
You have to be in a you have to let them know that you are happy for them that they got a job. You also need to show that empathy, that, okay, I need your help so that I can also get a job. So that is how you need to do, but don't compare and feel bad for your friends. Everyone is struggling and living their life in US in a very hard way. So it is very important that we understand and support each other.
Yeah. So based on the comparison thing, I think I remember a lot of people who were in my college during my college time. So they used to compare with people and say that they don't have the skill, but yet they got their job.
Yeah.
So everyone was feeling depressed. I was like, don't give a damn about that thing. Focus on
Yeah.
yourself and focus on the process itself. You need to get
Right.
upgraded one day at a time. You need to
Hmm.
compare yourself within the previous self, within the
Exactly.
day before.
Exactly.
You
Hmm.
need to learn a new thing every day. Try to learn a new thing every day so that you can keep getting upgraded and at last you will get a job.
Right. Right. Yeah. Agree. So, and that's a really good way of saying, Chandu, right? So, I normally read or hear some podcasts and read some articles and clips and all, right? Many famous people say that compare yourself with your yesterday,
Yeah.
not with someone else tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? So that is a good thing. You always need to keep learning, and learning in the sense, even it's not like you read books and all. At
Yeah.
least understand what you're trying to do and
Yes.
get better in something that you wanted to do. So that's the thing that should help.
Yeah. Knowledge never gets wasted. So
Exactly. Yeah.
simple thing.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and I think I feel like curiosity is the new degree because it's what actually keeps people relevant. And
Yeah.
has being curious ever led you to something unexpected? Maybe a project, a person, or even a whole new interest you didn't see coming?
Yeah. So I have this interest in doing the coding, but
Mhm.
I am not a coding person. I work as a business analyst. I'm purely on business side. So when I see this AI applications coming up that we can just build the code,
Yeah.
it makes me curious, and I do like spend like half an hour to 1 hour to build some application.
Yeah.
Like I just share my ideas and say that hey, I want to build this and all,
Vibe
right? So
coding is a thing.
yeah, yeah, vibe coding, or I try new editing platforms that are coming in the market. So just to see how it works out. Although I don't have an expertise of doing all these things, but I try for myself that
Mhm.
how it works out for me. So if I
Yeah.
like it, I'll continue using it. If not, I'll not do that. So I build a couple of projects. I also posted videos about those as well. I built one website completely in 10 minutes using a Fireside, one of the Google application. And also I built some of the application using a different vibe coding platform, which makes me curious that how, I mean, it used to take like months and months to just
Yeah.
build a front end of one
Front.
web page.
Yeah.
Now it is like you're just building a whole website in like 10-15 minutes.
Yes.
And I think that is where that curiosity comes in, and I'm also curious to meet new people and understand about their experiences, which also might take me in a good way to a different stage at some point of time. Is what I definitely believe in, Chandu.
Yeah. As you mentioned about the vibe
And also,
coding thing.
one suggestion I want to share is that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm saying that there are free platforms out there. People can try to experiment all those things, apart from spending their complete time on just reading for themselves. Just try to experiment new platforms and see what they are offering as well.
So
Yeah.
as you mentioned about the vibe coding, I personally do that as well. And the whole thing that you said, it's totally relatable because previously it used to take like months of building a
Yeah.
website and the front end and the database, everything. You need a separate person for everything.
Right.
Now there are a lot of solopreneurs out there. They are building AI applications in a go. In a month they are deploying it and
Mm.
they are generating a lot of revenue out of that. And they are helping a lot of people out there. So
Right.
I think people should actually get into vibe coding and learn about it. So I will say that most people in their 20s are like stressed up about having a 5-year plan, but I have noticed the ones who explore more end up discovering faster. Do you also think the same?
uh, I think there is a shift in thought process in the generations, is what I would say, Chandu, right? So
Mhm.
people who are in their early 20s right now, it is all AI world, and they think that okay, let me build an application and I'll
Yeah.
get rich very soon.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the case for people. I mean, who don't know much about AI and who are already working from in the industry from last 10 years, right? There is
Yeah.
a difference. Uh, Having a career path is definitely a good idea, but uh, if it is not going as per the plan, getting upset and worried about that it is not happening as per the plan will not help you in any way. If you have that interest to explore different avenues, right? For example, if I'm working as a business analyst and if I get an opportunity to work as a product manager, if I'm interested to explore that avenue as one of the option, then I might reach a different level. If I say that hey, no, I don't want to do that, I am happy in business analyst, then I will not grow in my career as well.
Yes.
So if you get an opportunity, you try to explore, you might learn more. But if you are like 200% smart and you can build your own application, then I don't want to talk about those people. They're already smart and they
Yeah.
can do whatever they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exactly the mindset that separates people who just work and from people who actually want to grow.
Right.
And
Yeah.
speaking of growth, I want to talk about how you are managed to combine two worlds that usually don't meet, data and storytelling.
Mm.
People always put data and storytelling in two opposite corners, like one belongs in spreadsheets, another on the stage performance kind of thing. But I think you have completely broken that stereotype. You are the proof that in 2025, storytelling is the new superpower, even for the data professional. So tell me this, when did it actually click for you that storytelling matters just as much as skills? Was it something you realized in your job, or did it happen once you started creating content online?
So I had this from earlier that when you're saying explaining something, it is always good that you explain it like a story, right? So then it makes more sense. And see how we get hooked to a movie, how we get hooked to a web series because there is a story in it,
Yeah.
right? So it is the same logic that we use and talk about that. So if you explain the problem in a way that they're able to understand, that will help. And you can't just simply say that okay, this is a problem, but where is the proof that you have a problem? So then you need to
Yes.
show the data.
Yeah.
So that is how you need to combine both. And me, for example, me saying that hey, I have an issue with 100 employees, so that's a statement. But if I say that okay, I spoke to 100 different employees in different segments and I understood that they have a lot of issues and these are the kind of issues they have. So what is the difference between both? I try to make it up like a okay, this is what I did, and that is the
Mhm.
outcome of this one. So
Yeah.
apart from me saying that hey, I met there is a problem, so that will not solve anything. You
Yeah.
always need to go that one step beyond to explain in a better way. So which we call it as a storytelling, and it can be in any way, whichever way that you're comfortable in explaining your problem. You can use any format, but always have it facts. If you have a fact attached to a story, that makes more sense. Fact alone will not make sense. Story alone will not make sense. Both together are the great combination that people do. So if you see a lot of the conferences, how leaders speak, we
Yeah.
did this because of this is a byproduct of this. So that
Yes.
is how they. So they'll not say that we did this and this happened. So that is the difference between storytelling combined with data and only talking about story or data separately.
Actually, I am kind of learning a lot of things from you.
Oh, thank you. Glad.
So there are like in the content side itself, there are thousands of people posting online, but only a few of them actually make you stop scrolling, right? So what do you think makes someone's story stand out? Is it the structure, honesty, or just how natural it looks?
So I don't know about other people, so let me talk about myself, right? So because when I talk to people or when someone finds me anywhere outside the street, they normally say hi to me that I'm following your page and all. The question I ask them is that what is that you're getting out of your page and what do you like? They say is that you talk in a straightforward way, which we wanted to see, and you don't talk any other things. You just be on point, and we feel that you're talking to us. So that's the connection that I might have built using my page, and that's the reason people believe that okay, if I'm saying something, he might have done his
Must be true.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what people believe, and that is what I do. And I also do follow some of the influencers as well. And what makes me stop thinking, what makes me stop scrolling is that same thing, right? I have the trust in them that okay, they also do their enough research, and then only they post the content. And I don't follow people who just put their phone and talk around whatever they want to talk.
Yeah.
There are people who follow those people and they have a lot of other followers, but that
Yeah.
is not giving me any value. I need
Yeah.
to provide some kind of value because of the time that they're spending to me. So
Yes.
to create that value, I need to work hard. That is what I'm doing, spending additional time to research and find out the data. And maybe so that's what I say. People should feel that hey, he's talking like me or he's me. So
Yeah.
something should be there to make them stop scrolling.
Yeah. So, I had a follow question for that. Have you always been naturally good at expressing your thoughts, or was that something you had to learn or polish over time?
No, no, no. I haven't done any polish or anything. So my content or whatever I talk is just on the go.
Hmm.
If I want to make a content about specific topic, I read a lot of articles and all. I make my mind that okay, I'm going to talk about these things. I talk. So that's it. So it's not like now. Eventually, since if I want to hire an editor and all, I need to make a script because they need to do editing.
Yeah.
I'm not having enough time to edit my videos, but I still wanted to do editing by myself. But now I started putting some scripts to for editing purpose and all, but it all comes very naturally that whatever I want to say. So maybe that is how I talk. Even if you're in front of me, I
Yeah.
talk in the same, explain in the same way like I do in the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally know that you are the same here and in Instagram as well. So the storytelling's best part is anyone can learn it if they
Right.
start sharing what they already know, and
Mm,
by doing proper research and validation out there.
mm,
Which brings me to my next question. You have built a strong online presence while working full time. Let's talk about what that looks like behind the scenes. You know, we are living in such an interesting time right now. Everyone's online, everyone's posting something,
right.
but very few people are building something meaningful out of it. And
Right.
that's where I think you stand out. You're not trying to be an influencer, you are basically a professional creator. You got a full time job, yet you show up online with clarity and consistency. So that's, I would say that's discipline. So I want to take it back to the start. What made you begin sharing your ideas online? Was it a planned move? I know that you shared an incident. You already had a thought in your mind that you wanted to share something, or was it only that incident?
Okay. So I have to tell something that I have been doing in India. So I always I'm a person who always want to do something different every time. And I used to run an NGO in India, so non-government organization. So it is predominantly focusing towards creating a better environment, cleaning up the untidy roads and remodeling certain places and doing plantations and everything. So
Nice.
that is imbibed in me that okay, I wanted to do something always. And from then itself, I always had a thought that so wherever you go, you need to spend your you need to do extra effort than your job to do
Yeah.
something different. So I think here in the US, the one thing that I looked up is that maybe create a social presence which can share which can help you share the information with other people. So that is how it started. And I also understood the importance of building your personal brand on a social media that will eventually help you in connecting with a lot of different people
Mm-hmm.
and might help you land in a job, might
Mm-hmm.
help you get a contact of an attorney,
Yeah.
which in a normal world, if you're working in a company 9 to 5, you don't know anyone. If you got some issue, you don't know whom to reach out. But if
Yeah.
you have a social presence, if you are active on at least some professional networks, you get to know who is the person that you can approach or who are the people who can help you, right? So that is the mindset I come from, Chandu, and that is where I started posting. And see, even if you also look at my LinkedIn, it is not like a polished post of like 100 lines how
Yeah.
people
You're like
run and
writing
all, right?
7 to 8 lines. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So mine is like only 4 to 5 or 6 to 7. I
Yeah.
also don't post every day on LinkedIn because I'll whatever comes to my heart, I just want to keep it out. So
Yeah.
that's true emotion that I'm sharing. If I'm talking about job search, so that stuck my mind on that day. If I'm talking about immigration, that struck my mind on the day. It's not like I'm using some other tools to write and build a story, and then at the end I'm writing that okay, this is what I do, and it's not like that. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't know so how people take me, but that is me. That is how like I wanted to share what I feel and what I thought and what I experienced. So that gives the more power to what you're trying to tell. I may
Yeah.
not have a lot of followers on in LinkedIn or Instagram. I might grow, but that I wanted to put my true self out there without doing any polish. Like you mentioned, I don't want to do polish or anything. I don't want to put a fancy zazzy lines on the social media that hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I don't want to do that. I just want to be very simple, and that is when people who are like me will get connected to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that is what I think,
Yeah. So, was there any thought in your mind that people will judge about me? Because everyone who wants to post something online, they have the knowledge, they have everything in the world, but they don't have the guts to post it online
Right,
because they think about the people who will judge, but they don't think about the people who will get help by them. By
right,
them.
right. So, see, in human life is all judgmental every
Yeah.
step, in every step, right? It's up to you what you wanted to hear and what you wanted to leave.
Mhm.
For me, since I became a content creator or started putting online, I am open to criticism as well. So
Mhm.
I'm open to criticism. If someone comes and says me that, hey, you shared a wrong information, then I should be ready to share all the facts that research I have done to tell that, hey, I've done my enough work. You don't come and tell me that it's wrong. I may be wrong at if I haven't done a research, I can accept it. But if I have done it, so I'm okay to say it. So if you are open to take criticism, and if you are like, okay, let me see what happens, and definitely you can go out there and at least try posting something and see whether people criticize or appreciate your work. It all takes one post just to put yourself out there, and things can change anything. If you feel that yeah, you people are watching you and you are very conscious,
Mhm.
don't look at it after posting for some days,
Yeah.
and maybe come back after some time and see, like after 2 or 3 days, or see.
Yeah.
So that's how you need to do. But put yourself out there in the world. We need our personal branding. We people should know us by our name in any other platform that is there apart from your work. So try to put yourself out there, and then you see, experience it.
So what was your first post actually like?
My first post on Instagram is about I got a call. I got a fraud call trying to scam me.
Mhm.
So I went on a trip. I was in New York during that time. I got a call saying that my I-20, some number, some service number or something was wrong. So some of the document is missing in the file that USCIS has for me.
Oh, it's a B
And
portal.
they're
Yeah.
trying to say that, okay, they're trying to create panic with me that, hey, do you have any people around you? Are you alone? So you want to talk to you and all. Then
Mhm.
then I figured that it is a scam. So that is when I started. That's my first video. I did that video and kept it online that, hey, this is what happened to me. You guys, please be careful. And before posting that video, also, I reached out to my university international office, ensured that everything from my side is right, and that is a scam call. And only after getting confirmation, I went ahead and posted that this kind of calls are happening.
Mhm.
So that is a beginning, and then it all went off after
Yeah.
that.
So I feel like I also had a DHS call that was a scam call. I figured
Yeah,
it out in the start itself because I've been seeing your videos, and in there people actually from DHS don't call at your personal number.
right.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I figured that out, and then I was doing time pass with them so that they also know that I'm interested. And then at last I cut the call.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
I
this is very important, Chandu, right? There are a lot of people who get panic when they receive these kind of calls. See, even I understand, right? If someone calls and says that I'm from immigration, I get that initial
everyone,
panic.
yeah,
But you need to understand the logic behind that. Be calm, be patient. Don't get, because I knew a lot of people who lost money in these kind of scams
yes,
because they send a lot of messages to the page. I understand while we are trying to educate or share information, they're only just doing the scrolling. They're not actually viewing the complete video to understand
yes.
what is the story behind it, right? So be careful, guys, and if you're watching this, please be careful and don't fall for any scams.
So I feel like internet has two types of creators: those who post to impress people and those who post to inspire them. And you clearly fall into the second categories.
Thank
So
you so much, Chandu. Such a nice thing to hear, and I'm so glad that I'm hearing the same thing from a lot of different people. Thank you so
yeah,
much for saying.
because if you are hearing from a lot of people, that means it's true somewhere, right? So in your eyes, what's the biggest difference between the two? How do you make sure your content stays authentic and impact driven instead of just chasing views?
So, like I said, I put myself out there, and that's what I believe in. And if you come and ask me that, okay, are you also worried about views and all? I might get worried when I actually put some effort of hours and hours of
Yeah.
effort. And there was, I mean, I wanted to say it to all the people. There was one video I spent like 2.5 hours doing a research about how to get the restriction of your LinkedIn account back.
uh,
I spent like
yeah,
two
I
and a
saw
half
that video.
hours, 2.5 hours on that video, researching and sending emails to different people, gathering information and finding it everything. That video has less number of views. So that is such an important topic.
Yeah.
Such an hard work I kept in. I feel like, okay, maybe this is not people want to know. So then those kind of I mean that kind of moments make me feel that, do you really need to put this kind of effort if people are not watching? Then I feel, okay, so you wanted to do it for yourself and don't worry about views and all. Then I start, and then it's like, then the momentary thing is there for some time, and then after that it's done.
So I also believe the same because I make videos. Do a lot of research beforehand and do a lot of editing afterwards. And I actually, at the start, I used to think about the views, but now I don't care about the views because people who want to get connected, they will get connected with you anyways. And
Exactly.
yeah, there are people who are just like me and they want to know what's going on actually
Right.
in there. And views is just one part of the whole
Right. Yeah.
game out of there. So
Exactly.
I actually don't care about the views as well. So
Mhm.
which makes me wonder, how do you stay consistent with that energy while juggling a demanding job? Let's talk about that next. Everyone loves throwing the word consistency around, but no one really talks about how hard it actually is.
Right.
Because you need to manage a full time job, you are posting every day, you got your work, deadlines, even a personal life a little bit. And in between all that, you still have to show up with something fresh to say because people don't want to learn about the things they have already learned.
No. Yeah. Right.
So if you repeat the content, they will say in the comments that you are creating the same content every day.
Right. Right.
So, uh, so Sriram, what does your process really look like behind the scenes? How do you manage to stay consistent with your content without losing your mind? Are there any days that you think that no, I am not making any content today?
Yeah, so there are definitely days that I think that, okay, I'm not making any content today because multiple reasons. One, I might be exhausted at work, or I may not have the feel to shoot or show up in front of camera because I don't have that energy to talk in front of camera. Energy in the sense, not as in physical energy, but that mental kind of state that I don't want to come up on in front of camera and all. That is for sure there. But when I don't post for 2 days, it eats me from inside that, hey, you're not posting. So I think that is something I may need to eventually overcome in coming days. But that is the thing that I heard from most of the content creators that I met in person as well. That is how, because if you're doing out of passion, so if you're not doing something right, so then you will have that feel that, hey, I'm not doing it. And coming back to consistency and staying new all the time, and we have 100 reasons out there to be new, because the world is changing every single damn day. You talk about an AI tool today, tomorrow something new is coming. You talk
Yes.
about an immigration change today, something new is coming. You talk about a job search today, something new is coming tomorrow. And there are a lot of other things, and if you explore different avenues, or if you try to convey the same information in different ways, then people will stay connected. But again, you need to do your research to understand what is happening. You need to spend the time. So that is for sure I do. And I think one good thing I would say is that if I saw something on LinkedIn or anywhere, I go read about it at least for 1 or 2 minutes quickly,
Uh,
so that I'll not forget about it.
yes.
If I want to read something later, I copy that link and send it to myself in a WhatsApp
Mm,
message, so that
yeah.
I'll come back in the evening and I'll read it later time. But I don't miss reading it. If I want to do something, I'll do it, or I'll make a note that, okay, in even in my content ideas also, if I'm talking to you, something strikes my mind, I just go to Notepad and make a note of it. If I shot that video, I'll strike it off. If not, I'll still keep it as an open list item, and I might do it later. So I'm always thinking about content back of my mind, whatever work I'm doing, whatever thing I'm doing, just to stay fresh and share a lot of information to the people.
So, by listening to your words, it totally resonates with me because I am also a person. If something important is there and I miss reading it, I send it to my WhatsApp, personal WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
read it in the night and then make content out of it.
Yeah, I
So,
think that's what a lot of people need to start doing as well. If they're not doing it, they have to do it. I'm sure pretty much a lot of people might do, but still, if someone is not doing it, they have to do it so that they'll not miss out on doing the things they want to.
yeah. So that advice is pure gold because once you start showing up for yourself everything else starts aligning. And I
Right,
think
right.
that's the perfect thing, something you done really well, growing on two platforms with completely different audiences,
Right.
LinkedIn and Instagram. So the next part is about the best part of this whole segment. You know, Sriram, one of my favorite things you said before is that your personal brand doesn't just bring attention, it also brings you leverage. And I love that word because leverage means you have control on your life, influence out for people and options as well. It's the
Right.
difference between chasing opportunities and attracting them. Like people will reach out to you. So let's unpack that. How has building your personal brand actually help you in your career? Not just in terms of followers or reach, but in real relationships, projects, or growth movement that change the way you work.
So I want to tell you a story, right? So that happened to me, and like I said, I used to follow several people on LinkedIn when I initially came from a master's,
Hmm.
and cut short to 1.5 year, 2 years, and I met them in person, and they
Yeah.
knew me by my name.
Hmm.
That is because I have a personal presence online, right? So that wouldn't have happened. I would normally go and say, "Hey, hi, I followed you from a long time," and that would be just the end of conversation.
Yeah.
But now, if someone I looked up to when I started my journey, if I'm having that connection with them and can talk anytime if I want to, so that's the relation that I built with my personal branding.
Hmm.
I am not active on LinkedIn or I'm not active on Instagram, I wouldn't know them in person or they wouldn't know me in person,
Hmm.
right? So that's completely one thing, how you build the connections. People will know that, okay, hey, I know Sriram. I saw him somewhere. So that's
Hmm.
the connection you can build with personal branding. And second thing is coming to opportunities. On my LinkedIn, at least I get 2 or 3 messages on a weekly basis that are you open for opportunities.
Yeah.
So that is because I am active. I built my brand and I post a lot of content. And
Hmm.
since I am active, as soon as I search for a particular job title, my profile shows up at the top.
Yeah.
So that is how I get a message from them as well. And if I want to respond, I mean, I do have a lot of messages from a lot of people. But still, I do go back and respond to recruiters that, hey, I'm not looking for a job right now. I'm not too sure how many people will get those kind of messages on a weekly basis, but I do get them because I have built the presence on my thing. And I also used to write about my role as well, business analyst, what business analyst does, and all very small snippets of case studies.
Yeah.
Those things also might have helped the recruiters to look at my profile as a business analyst and reach out for opportunities, right? So one thing is that I'll tell one tip that helped me. So when I was initially looking for job search, what I used to do is that to get the traction of recruiter, I used to start liking every damn post that they're putting on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Every damn post, even if
Yeah.
they put a dot, also I used to like the post.
Yes.
And I observed that as soon as you do that for like couple of weeks and
They start to notice.
you send a message, you get a response. It
Yes.
happened to me. Initially, I sent a message, no one responded. I mean, the same recruiter didn't responded. I did this for 2 weeks and they respond. I sent a message. They responded in a very, very, very nice way that I applied for a position in the company and I said that this is my profile. They said that Sriram, while your profile is very impressive, we are not offering sponsorship at this point of time, so we are not able to consider your profile.
Mm.
So which you got a very good feedback
Good.
from them,
Yeah.
right? So that is what is
Yeah.
important. If you're just liking the post and all, then it is not working out. But try to get their attention. Comment on the post. Do that
Yeah.
liking and don't do it for 100 other people in the same company. Do with
Yeah.
2 or 3 different people in different companies, so that will help you grow in different companies.
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
yeah.
I also follow that approach as well. So I basically like it and then comment it for a
Mm,
few days. And then after that, I actually ask for something.
right.
Like I need to chat, a 15-minute chat, I drop a message. And people, four out of two people already always respond to my messages. That's a good part. And I
Yeah.
will not jinx it.
Because they knew, right? Because they knew you, like you're doing some activity on their
Yeah.
profile,
Yeah.
or they might have, if at all you're commenting every day, they
Mhm.
might at least have a curiosity to see what you're doing and why you're commenting on that post,
Mhm.
right? So that also can happen. Either ways it works.
Mhm.
But do it in a very strategic way. Don't just do like a random commenting on the post. Make some sense on the comments
Yeah.
what you're going to do.
So, so the next question I wanted to ask was, I meet so many young professionals and they message me who say, "But I'm not a creator. Why would I post?" And I always tell them that you don't need to be a creator. You just need to be visible so that people
Yeah,
know about
exactly.
you. So what's your take on that? Do you think every professional, no matter what field they are, should start building their personal brand right now? And if yes, what's the simplest way for them to start without feeling faked or forced?
So I would say yes, it is very, very important in the current world to build yourself a personal brand, because that is how people get to know as a true fact.
Mhm.
People only get attracted when you have some kind of branding or some kind of value that you're going to do, right? Give to them. So, example, we talk about a data analyst, right? So, how they can build a brand. So they might have gone through a lot of ups and downs in order to get a job in the last few days. They can say that I've changed my resume these number of times, which helped me to get more interviews. That is a simple post they can do. If you want the resume template, or if you want me to help in building a resume, please reach out. That's a simple thing. Or if you worked on some analysis project, you say that I worked on an interesting data analysis project at my work that helped me learn XYZ skills. If
Mhm.
you're looking to learn the same skills, please reach out to me. This is how you can just put only one or two lines. Don't put any extra lines also. Just put one or two lines on LinkedIn. So I'm sure LinkedIn is already a very, very powerful tool in terms of building a personal brand, and you can still leverage that opportunity and you can try to do that. Even if you want to create content on Instagram, just put yourself out there, just shoot a video.
Mhm.
And for initial one or two videos, don't show your face if you're feeling like this thing. Just put a normal text kind of video and see
Yeah.
how it works out for you. But start with a simple post, just very, very basic thing. Like, I went to conference and I met these people, this is what they said.
Yeah.
Done. I talked to professor about my research paper. This is what the feedback I got. Done.
Mhm.
So very
Yeah.
simple.
So
But you
so
need to
you
ensure that you are spending the time to craft that post in a nice way.
yeah.
Craft that post. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, I kept saying that we are stepping into a era where being good at your job is just the entry ticket. The real growth now comes from the extras, like the visibility, communication, creativity, adaptability. Basically, the stuff that they never taught us in college, but which decides how far we actually can go. And I feel like you are already living that blend. You got that professional side in data and the creative side and through content. So what's next for you, Sriram? Where do you see this creator professional combo taking you over the next few years? Are you building a startup?
Yeah, so I'm having plans to build something of my own for
Mhm.
sure. Which might take some time, or I might do something real quick. I don't know. So I have thoughts of doing. So one thing I wanted to do is that maybe try to do a mentor a lot of people
Mhm.
who are lacking that guidance, or the pathway to know what they're not able to do. Right. So there are a
Mhm.
lot of people which whom I talk to.
Mhm.
Maybe I might look at doing something on that space, or since I'm not a techie guy, I don't want to get into that AI automation and all, but I
Mhm.
might do something. So I have different thoughts of building myself, but I wanted to continue creating content that really helps people, and see how it goes professionally and personally as well.
So, are you using TopMate by any chance?
Yeah, I was on TopMate, but since I'm not having enough time, so yeah, one good thing is that TopMate I used to, when I open up my that signups,
Mhm.
1 or 2 weeks,
That is,
boom,
yeah.
it will just run away in like few minutes of my bookings.
Yeah.
And I am not able to cater that much of time talking to the people right now on TopMate calls. So
Mhm.
that is the reason I stopped doing it right now. I don't have that enough time. So I still wanted to do it, but I think it's already too much on my plate right now, and I just don't want to be on a call for formality sake. Since I'm setting up a call, I don't want to do that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. So, like, will you be building any workshops or mentorship calls, like a meeting kind of thing, which will be like 1, 2, 3 hours? They will get a lot of knowledge from them. Even with this podcast, also, you are sharing a lot of insights, so it will be helpful for them. And are you up to workshops and mentorships?
So uh, I'm working on something right now. So which probably once it is finalized and all, I can share the plans with a wider audience.
Hmm.
I'm working on something on the similar lines that you mentioned about right now. Yeah, I mean, still it is in a very nascent stage, so I don't want to share more details about it. But yeah,
So, so finishing with that, uh, I want to say that there is a next segment that will be very interesting for people who are already in the US and who will be coming to the US. You know, most of the people watching this right now, they are either packing their bags to come to the US or already living here, trying to figure things out between classes, rent, work, and maybe a little of self doubt that no one admits to. And I feel like you have got the perfect perspective, Sriram. You have seen both the sides, you have studied here, you have worked here, and you have built something of your own beyond your job. So let's do something different for the last few minutes. Let's
sure.
talk directly to them. Let's start with the ones who are still back in India, the ones scrolling through YouTube videos, dreaming of their first snowfall here, welcome to America, and everything. What's your message to those students or professionals who are dreaming big but maybe have a picture perfect version of what life in the US is like the Instagram ones that they show?
Okay. So one thing I want to say is that they might have already done enough research if they decided to come to the US, and if they have not done, still there is time for you to do your homework and research on which city you are going to or which university you're attending if you're coming for study, right? And don't assume that the life is so simple here in the US when you compare to India. You might get freedom away from parents if you are looking for freedom, but you will not get anything else. You will not get food on time. You will not get money unless you have a part time job. If you want to go out on a Sunday, you need to have a car. It's all very, very difficult. You will not get public transportation as well. If you are dreaming of a life that you lived in India, please don't come. If you are okay to experience everything, something new, and adapt new changes, then it is a place for you to come in. And if you want to build something of your own from a scratch to meet a lot of different people, like-minded people, and this is the right place for you to come in at this point of time. And one more important thing is that for the people who are coming for their education, please try to get scholarship as much as you can by writing essays or reaching out to professors before landing here in the US, which might help you to ease the burden of getting that part-time job in the first 1 or 2 months. So that is one important suggestion I want to give to the people who are packing their bags. And of course, be ready to face the real world and real struggle in the US.
Yeah.
So people who are already here in the US looking for the job or maybe juggling between lives like me and you,
Mhm.
and I don't have much to say because everyone have their own pathway. But the only thing I say is that yes, we all are living in a place where we have to keep running every day and rather every minute to make our lives better. So continue doing it and also spend enough time, give yourself the time, enjoy, sit back, relax, talk to friends, meet new people, and have that fun as well along with building your career. Always keep learning something that is coming your way. Don't say no to things that you want to experience. If
Yeah.
someone is offering you that, hey, do you want to try something new? Don't say no. Tell them that, okay, let me see if I can do it or not. So that
Yeah.
will at least try to build a connection, build your personal brand, maybe go to conferences, meet with a lot of new people that might
Mhm.
help you in some or the other way.
So that's such a powerful way to look at it because at the end, it's not just about building your life in the US, it's also about building your version of success as well. And
Exactly.
that's the mindset I loved of you because that you are definitely the one who are thriving here, not just surviving here. So, which brings me to the next segment, that is a rapid fire one.
Okay.
So, the first question is one
I'm
creator
not too
you.
sure. I'm not too sure how good I am at answering rapid fire, but I'll try my best.
It's okay. It's okay. You need to try your level best to get there. So, one creator you would love to collaborate with. Don't say me.
uh, I am actually reaching out to two or three different people, and it's not like love to collaborate or something, but who are in the same space as me, I'm okay to collaborate.
And favorite app that keeps you organized.
I use my notepad, Apple Notes, so that helps me in putting everything, and I also use calendar to just schedule everything on calendar.
A code that defines your mindset right now.
A quote. So yeah, so the one that I just talked about, right? So compare yourself with your yesterday, not someone else tomorrow.
Yeah. LinkedIn or Instagram, which one stays forever for you?
Uh, I feel Instagram, at least for now,
Mhm. And what's the one small
because of the
habit that?
reason.
Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so because of the reason that I have my presence more on Instagram, I talk
Yeah.
about Instagram.
And what's the one small habit that changed your career?
One small habit that changed my career. Maybe I started listening to what people are saying, then just rushing to conclusion and answering them in a hurry.
Yeah. That was a great rapid fire, actually.
Oh,
It
oh,
didn't seem
thank you.
like that it was your first one. So you're actually good at it. So so I think we are coming to the end. I think that's what people forget. It's not about how fast you get there. It's about how long you keep going.
Exactly.
Hiram, I love you that you didn't make this episode about struggle or luck. It's about clarity, curiosity, and showing up consistently. You have built something meaningful not by chasing the trends out there, but by building trust before. To everyone listening, your job is what you do, your brand is what people remember you for.
Exactly.
And, and you should start now, share your thoughts, build your story. This is Chandu's World, and today it was Shriram Chronicles. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for having me here, Chindu, and such a nice way to end the podcast.